A Hot Dose of Hell is an indie horror novel by Steve Stark. The plot involves a suitcase of tainted drugs that turn anyone who uses them into junkie rage zombies. The suitcase gets into an abandoned hotel full of homeless drug addicts, and an assorted cast of characters encounter these rage zombies and have to fight for their lives. Among those characters are Fred and Pinky, a pair of fixers for the criminal underworld, Rhonda Kane, a young woman who's trying to rescue her junkie half-sister and force her into rehab, and a collection of left-wing social justice activists who go to the hotel with Rhonda as a charity publicity stunt. Be warned, this book gets really violent and gory. It doesn't start out that way, but as the situation escalates, there are a lot of scenes of junkie rage zombies pulverizing people and getting pulverized by people. Also, as a book with a plot line revolving heavily around drug addiction and a little bit around prostitution, some of that is depicted in the book too, although the sexual content never gets too graphic. The plot summary blurb on the back of the book and displayed on Amazon kind of leans into the satirizing woke activists element, but really that's not as much of a focus of the book as you might think if you've just read that teaser blurb. It's more of a B-plot, and it's done more subtly than you might think. The satire is definitely there, and definitely hits pretty hard. The dysfunctional, manipulative, and even predatory nature of the dynamics between these characters, the way everything they do is cynical self-promotion and social status seeking while posturing is charitable, is all depicted in a way that will feel very familiar to anyone who has interacted with these sort of people. Some activist characters do actually get more development than you might expect from how they're initially introduced, though, and there are some twists along the way. There were characters in the group who I actually felt more sympathetic to and worse about their deaths than I initially thought I would. And there were other characters in the group I wanted to die a lot more than I initially thought I would. Spoiler, a lot of people die in this book. At no point is the social-political outlook of these activists depicted as anything but unhealthy and hypocritical, but some characters are shown to be basically decent underneath that, while others are revealed to be horrible people. It actually feels less like a political straw man and more like something true to life. Really, though, Rhonda and her journey is more the central focus of the story, with Fred and Pinky in their parallel story also being more significant than the social justice activists. The book has quite a few twists and turns. You probably won't predict exactly how the main plot ends or who lives and who dies. It didn't really feel like a subvert your expectations kind of story, though. I never felt like twists were thrown in there specifically to screw with the audience. In fact, in the final chapter, we finally get to see more of the group behind this tainted batch of drugs who are very out of focus for most of the story, and it actually builds to a twist that is very obvious but also very satisfying. It's the most cinematic part of the book, I'd say. It builds and builds to it, and when it happened on the very last page, I was imagining rock music cueing and credits rolling. The book in general is rather cinematic. It's very action-packed towards the end, with some great set pieces for that action to unfold in interesting ways. All hell breaks loose in this book's third act, and it does not let up. Really, the book is a page-turner from start to finish. It has a lot of good tension building. If you can handle the gore and the ending being a bit more of a downer, it's a recommend. 2 thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment with your own thought down below. Thanks and have a great day.
Away we go! Individuals took exception. Could face some real rebellion. Hard talk, hard words. Now screaming starts. Hard talk.